We're already halfway through the season. It's already week 9. It seems like every year the season just is going faster and faster. But we're here, week 9, and here are my predictions. So I did predict the Ravens to win. I didn't say anything about that, but they did win on Thursday. So we're going to start with the 1 o'clock games. Bengals versus Bears. Uh, the Bengals lost to the Jets last week. The Bears lost to the Ravens last week. And this may not sound ideal, but I'm picking the Bengals to bounce back and beat the Bears this week. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. Next, I think the Lions are going to beat the Vikings. And I think the Packers are going to beat the Panthers. I think those are two pretty simple ones. I do think the Lions and Vikings will be a good game, though. Then you have the Broncos and Texans. The Broncos are one of the most consistent teams in the league, but I think the Texans are going to win. They have Nico Collins coming back, and the offense looked good, and the defense. The whole team and the Texans looked good last week against the 49ers, and I think they continue that momentum at home. Then you have the Patriots at the Falcons. I was close to picking the Falcons, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pick the Patriots. But I would not be surprised if the Falcons pull off an upset. Because you know the Falcons are the most inconsistent team in the NFL. They win when they want to, they lose when they want to. They might decide to show up tomorrow and pull off the upset against the Patriots. Next, you have the Giants and 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to win this game. I don't think the Giants will be able to keep up, really, especially with no Cam Scatterboo, as he's out for, I believe he's out for the season. So I think the 49ers are going to win that game. Then you have the Colts at the Steelers. And I'm going to pick the Colts to win that game. The Steelers' defense has looked really bad the last 2 weeks, both in prime time. They lost to the Bengals, then they lost to the Packers. Both games, their defense just did not look good, and you're going against Jonathan Taylor tomorrow against the Colts, one of the best offenses in the league. I just don't think that defense will do them any good. Then you have the Titans and Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to win that game. I think the Titans are just bad. The Jaguars and Raiders is interesting because I have a feeling the Raiders might win that game, but I'm picking the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are 1-6 after the bye since 2018. So I think the Jaguars are gonna win just because of how bad the Raiders are. But at the same time, the Raiders are bringing back Brock Bowers. So I'm kind of 50-50 with that game. But I'm picking the Jaguars, and I think the Rams are gonna beat the Saints. And the biggest game of the week is Chiefs versus Bills, part 800,000. They play every year. And I think that the Bills are going to win that game. Josh Allen is really good against Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. In the postseason is a different story, but I think that Buffalo is going to win at home against Kansas City. And then you have Sunday Night Football, Seahawks at Commanders. I think the Seahawks are going to win that game. The Seahawks have been very underrated this year. No one's talking about how well that defense has been playing. And I think that that defense is going to show up once again in prime time against the Commanders, who are 3-5 and struggling. And then you have Monday Night Football. You have the Cowboys and the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's not playing, so I'm going to pick the Cowboys. Kyler Murray has an extremely good record at AT&T Stadium. He might be undefeated. If not, he has one loss there in his whole career, including college. So I probably would have picked the Cardinals, but Jacoby Brissett is starting again. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win that game.